2019 is going to be my year. 2020 is going to be my year. 2021 is going to be my year.
Full-time professional, rated by One Family Magazine, #1 clown, 9 straight years.
I still don't have money. That was literally my anthem every year. Just me and my God, asking him every time, like, God, am I a gas cooker? Why don't I have money? How can I make money? Is it to rob a bank? Is it to do Yahoo? Because it's not making sense anymore. Then it was one faithful day. I sat down in front of my TV, just doing normal Tommy stuff. And then it was like the person in the television was talking directly to me. Are you currently in university? Is your girlfriend threatening to leave you unless you take her to Japan? Do you currently have less than 2K in your account? Are you lying? Do you have very good knowledge about football and other sports? Download the Sporty Bet app today. Oh, that was it. That was my eureka moment. That is the way I'm going to make it out of the streets. That was what I was telling myself. Okay, I heard about the whole sports betting app thing before. But I never really tried it before. So that was it. So the first thing that I did, I just went to the app store. I went to download the app. I said, God, this is it. That was my sign. This is for me. This is still this part of me that was saying, oh, betting is bad as a child of God. Then I looked at my bank account and said, if you like, don't place bet. And so how the whole thing works is that basically predict some of the scores. You pick teams to win, how many goals are going to be scored. Then you place it's called stake, the money that you put in. You place your stake, then if the results go according to how you have predicted them, then you win. So there I was with my 1,000 naira, about to put all my faith and my trust in the teams that I choose. Something about sports betting is that it basically unites all the fans. You see an Arsenal fan asking Man U to score more goals because of bets. You can never really have beef when you are doing sports betting. Do you understand? You support any and every team. All you care about is the money. I was on the app. I was just scrolling through the teams. I was checking which ones I wanted. I was just telling myself, Tommy, you can do this. Tommy, you can do this. You know football now. You know football is going to work out. So I remember I picked 5 or 6 teams, but I didn't want to be too greedy. It's my first experience, and it was just 1,000 naira. You understand? So to my surprise, everything actually entered. On my first ticket that I played on the app that I was using is called Sporty Bet. The first ticket that I played on Sporty Bet, it actually entered. I was so shocked that it actually worked out. Sports betting is that when it's going good, it's going really good. So I was just looking, I was seeing all the greens, I was getting happy. I was like, God, this is how I make it. This is for me. I was so shocked that it actually entered. I was so excited. And the thing is that you put in your money, and then when everything enters, you can withdraw the money immediately. So I saw my 1,000 naira go to 5,000 in the blink of an eye, and I was like, bro, why didn't I start this thing? Definitely, I continued and I continued and I continued. And to my surprise, I won and I won and I won. Honestly, I was just so taken with the whole idea. Some would say an addict, but I was not an addict. Okay, so the first thing that I did, obviously I had to put my friends on now. So I literally got the guy together. I said, okay, this is the next biggest thing.
You don't know what is going on. We are making money, you are sleeping. You don't know what is going on, eh? We are making money. Gun shit, man. Gun shit.
We rise by lifting others. How would I make it out of the streets without calling my friends into it now? And we won and we won and we just kept winning. There were good days and the good days were great. But there were also some bad times, but it wasn't too frequent. The principle that I work by is that if my profit or if the money I make from it is more than the money I'm using from it, I'm gonna keep doing it. So I kept doing 2 things you need to know about money you make from betting. The first one is that it is never enough. You will see 1,000 naira to 70k. Okay, let me just add one more game. There is that demon on your shoulder that will be whispering, add that game, add that game, add that game. The second thing is that even when you do win, it feels like the money goes away so fast, and then you'll be wondering what is going on. The money just, maybe because the money comes so fast, then it goes so fast also. Every time I seem to win big, before I could blink, the money was all gone. And it's not because like I lost it in a bet. It's just, I don't know, when you don't work hard like to get money, I don't think you appreciate it as much as when you put your sweating in that 9 to 5 and everything. So you don't appreciate them like that money more. I feel like that is why like most people that do Yahoo are very lavish spenders. This was the day that finally broke me. Oh my god. So it was me and my friends. We were planning for an event. I don't want to go too much into that. We're planning for an event, like a party kind of thing. So one thing about my friends is that like we are very good at like planning parties and planning get-togethers and stuff. So we wanted to go big, and it was really, really expensive. So we had our meeting. We had talked about the budget and everything, how much each of us are going to contribute like for the party. The money that we said that we're going to contribute for the event, like, it was not so convenient for all of us at the time. We all had the money, but it wasn't just like as convenient as it should have been. So one person had the bright idea and said, wait, why don't we just come together and put that money on 3 odds? Okay, for those that are not familiar with the betting system, the way it works is that 3 odds means that, let's say I have 10,000 naira, I put it on 3 odds, it multiplies by 3, I get 30,000 naira out. So us bringing the money together, 400k, put it on 3 odds, 1.2 million. That was the prospect. You know, we were like, what could go wrong now? Like, I've never failed us before, so why should they fail us now? There was some pushback. You know, some people were not on board with the idea. Some of the more cautious people in our group were they were not open to the idea. Well, me as a risk taker, I was the one advocating for the idea. I said, guys, this is it. Like, it is a perfect plan. We can do this. I would be personally responsible if anything goes wrong, going on and on trying to convince the other people that were not too on board with the idea. Finally, we all agreed. We gathered the money together. Everybody contributed their part. So I was the person in charge of making the ticket, but they call it cooking the ticket or chefing up. I was the one in charge of chefing up, but with 2 of my other friends, which are also betting specialists. We had this perfect plan, you know, to minimize risk, and we thought we were going to beat the system. So the plan was that we're going to split the money in half, then half of the money goes to me, because I'm going to be in charge of I'm going to be the one chefing up the football ticket. Then the other half goes to another one of my friends who's going to be in charge of the basketball ticket. So the football ticket day, I had already chefed up. I had, gone to my quiet place with my AirPods in my ears. I don't want to hear anybody. I'm getting inspiration straight from God. So I finally chefed up. I crafted the perfect ticket. Okay, let me just take you to the day. Me and my roommate were studying for a test that day. So we went to read at, there's like a study center on not in our room. I didn't want to, see any part of the matches. I didn't want to watch anything. Something about betting is that, and if you are watching the matches, you can never be at ease. Do you understand? Even when you are not watching the matches, you will just keep checking the scores. As my bet score, as my bet score, as my bet score. I was just uneasy. Nothing was entering my head. Literally, I couldn't even think straight. It was time to check the bets that we set. As you are looking, I'm just scrolling. I'm saying, okay, green. Then there was one more game. I can't really remember too much details about the match, but I know that I checked the game at halftime and it was going very positively. What I put for the match, those of you that are not familiar with betting terms, I put under 5.5. That means that the amount of goals that will be scored in the match will be less than or equal to 5. I had done my research now, like prior to this, because those two teams have met before and their matches always end 0-0, 1-0, 1-1, 1-0, like that. So I said, okay, even if Devil wants to use you people, I said I will give them allowance. You people can score 4 goals in the match, you can score 3 goals, you can even score 5 goals. But never would I have expected them to score 6 goals in that match, because the match ended 3-3. And the 6th goal came in 90 plus, I think it was 90 plus 3, 90 plus 4. The thing about sporty bet is that you will not even see you lost or your ticket has cut. What you see is you have no open bet. And you will not be like, I have no open bet, Babu. How did that happen? You have no open bet. I said, is this my sporty account? Maybe they logged me out. I'm not logged in. Okay. I logged out and logged back in. I saw you have no open bet. I said, wow.
This is nothing but a mad joke. It can't be possible.
What did I? I'm in trouble. I am in trouble. So I went to check the ticket now. I was so distressed. I broke the news to my friends, bro. It was a tragedy. It was a travesty. It was a trial and tribulation for me. It did not make sense. I'm not even going to tell you the story about the basketball ticket that my other friend chefed up. That one too caught. We were in trouble.
Poverty sat me down on a Saturday morning, one-on-one, and told me, said, I will kill you. You think it's a joke?
Because it's not only about money for the party, even though that was like a big problem on our head. You understand? Because we had already made promises, we already had guests, we had already ordered food, we already bought the drinks. It's just to make payment, and the payment has vanished. You have no open bet. Wow. The thing is that I had convinced them so much that some people even put part of their allowance, you understand, like their monthly allowance, into the ticket, trusting magician Tommy.
Poverty sat me down, face to face, told me personally, say I will kill you.
December 8th, 2021. After most of us had already fought, we had insulted each other. I took most of the insults because it was me that did most of the convincing. Some of us at the back, we've accepted our fate. What is the way forward now? The air was just so solemn. It was so toxic. Nobody was smiling. Everybody was angry. I dare you to crack joke, or I dare you to make jokes. Nobody was smiling because it was not a funny situation at all. From that day on, I vowed never to place another bet again. Some of you may be here thinking about going to bet, and my personal advice, in my opinion, please don't do it. It is all a lie. The money you win, it goes away so fast. The money you lose, it is too traumatic. As someone who has experienced the trauma firsthand, please do not bet. Because the wins might be good, but the losses are just too painful.
I'm unavailable.